According to NBA analyst and podcast host Bill Simmons, there is a conversation worth exploring regarding the potential of WNBA player Caitlin Clark in relation to NBA players. Clark gained recognition for her standout performances at Iowa, particularly for her remarkable three-point shooting and unique on-court presence, which captivated audiences and drew comparisons to her WNBA counterpart Angel Reese. This heightened level of competition between the two rookies contributed to the WNBA's success in the previous season. Simmons drew a comparison between Clark and young NBA stars under the age of 30 such as Jason Tatum, Anthony Edwards, and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. During a discussion with author Chuck Klosterman, Simmons emphatically stated that Caitlin Clark surpasses any under 30 star in the NBA in terms of significance, making it a topic not open for debate. A decade ago, I had no interest in women's college basketball in any capacity. Over the years, there have been significant advancements in the sport, resulting in a more enjoyable level of play. The speaker highlighted the WNBA's recent successes in breaking television rating and attendance records, particularly during the season that featured Clark's debut. She appears to be serving as a catalyst signaling a change, and we are currently experiencing the consequences, he further commented. The comment in question has sparked a discussion, as individuals on social media have pointed out that athletes such as Nikola Jokic, Giannis Antetokounmpo, and Luka Doncic are all younger than 30 years old. There are a total of 445 NBA players who are under the age of 30, and Simmons stands out from this group due to her level of exposure. Simmons has also noted that female collegiate basketball players tend to achieve star status more rapidly than their male counterparts in collegiate basketball. Simmons elucidated that possessing a background with female collegiate athletes grants a comprehensive comprehension of their playing style after 3 years. Consequently, recognizing their capabilities upon transition to the WNBA becomes second nature. Clark's status as an esteemed figure in the realm of women's basketball prior to her entry into the professional league contributed significantly to her becoming one of the most lucratively compensated rookies in the WNBA. In 2023, the 22-year-old athlete, along with Angel Reese, achieved a groundbreaking milestone by establishing a new viewership record for a women's college basketball game during the NCAA Women's Basketball Final. The viewership for the latest season finale exceeded that of both the 2023 and 2024 NBA Finals, as well as any men's NCAA basketball game, reaching a peak of 24 million viewers and maintaining an average of 18 million. Clark is set to begin her second basketball season in May with the Indiana Fever, opting to decline a lucrative opportunity to join the inaugural unrivaled league alongside other notable players such as Reese. The generous financial incentives for the tournament, said to exceed $1 million for the 8-week competition, underscore Clark's widespread popularity and elevated position among American athletes. The league has guaranteed her a place in the event, but Clark has chosen to remain silent while concentrating on her golf game during the off-season. Bill Simmons has unequivocally stated that there is no doubt that WNBA standout Caitlin Clark surpasses many of her NBA counterparts in terms of stardom. The Indiana Fever's point guard successfully transitioned to the professional level after being chosen as the first overall pick in the 2024 draft. Following this achievement, the 22-year-old shattered 11 league records while leading her team to the playoffs, ultimately earning the Rookie of the Year title. The former standout from Iowa also contributed to the WNBA's highest viewership in 25 years, with an average of 657,000 viewers per game in 2024. Currently, the Ringer Simmons has proclaimed that the Fever's star player holds a more prominent position than any NBA player under the age of 30. During a recording of the Bill Simmons podcast, he posed the query, "Is Caitlin Clark a larger star than any under 30 NBA player?" To which Chuck Klosterman responded affirmatively, and Simmons followed up by saying, "I concur. I don't believe there's even room for debate on this topic. A decade ago, my interest in women's college basketball was non-existent. While some areas of the sport have improved, she has emerged as a significant influence in shaping the current state of the game. We are now in a new era thanks to her impact." Simmons further argued that Clark's ascent to stardom has generated considerable momentum in terms of her acknowledgement. He highlighted the significance of having a history with women players during their college years, which enables a deeper understanding of their abilities. This awareness translates into recognizing their potential once they transition to the WNBA. These comments were made following NBA Commissioner Adam Silver's previous acknowledgement of Clark's impactful role in enhancing the appeal of women's basketball. Silver praised Caitlin Clark for captivating not only the local community but also attracting widespread attention to the league as a whole. This increased visibility has shed light on the league's talent and the high caliber of basketball being showcased, a development that has been positively received. In addition, WNBA Commissioner Kathy Engelbert evaluated Clark's impact, commending emerging stars such as Angel Reese for increasing interest in the league. Engelbert stated, "Undoubtedly, she is an outstanding player. With a notable following upon her entrance, she has attracted a significant new audience to the league. When assessing our extraordinary season in terms of attendance and viewership, featuring standout rookies like Caitlin, Angel Reese, Ricka Jackson, and Cameron Brink, it is clear that this rookie class will leave a lasting legacy." According to Engelbert, it is essential to recognize that no league should revolve solely around one player, as injuries or unforeseen circumstances can impact their participation. In the realm of sports, fans seek compelling content and rivalries that extend beyond individual players. Caitlin Clark has garnered considerable attention, with Bill Simmons hailing her as the most recognizable basketball player under 30, surpassing current NBA stars like Luka Doncic, Giannis Antetokounmpo, and Nikola Jokic. While this claim has sparked debate, analyst Rachel Demita has supported Simmons' assertion and presented her own perspective on the matter in a YouTube video. Demita contends that only LeBron James and Steph Curry may eclipse the WNBA Rookie of the Year in terms of fan base, excitement, and viewership within the NBA. She goes on to compare Clark to another rising NBA talent, Victor Wembanyama, suggesting that if two separate games were to be held in football stadiums, arrange a Caitlin Clark event in one football stadium and a Wemby event, featuring a chosen player, in another football stadium. Observe which venue attracts more attention. Wembanyama, with an estimated net worth of $10 million, stands out on the prestigious 30 under 30 list. However, Demita asserts confidently, "I can assure you that if you host a Caitlin Clark event in a football stadium in the United States, it will be a sellout." She clarifies that she is not suggesting the Indiana Fever guard is ready to compete in the NBA. She is clear that Clark is not yet at that level. But in terms of popularity, as Simmons pointed out, the Iowa standout is the player who is currently shaping the entire landscape of basketball. For a considerable period, the NBA has enjoyed an international presence. Demita suggests that Caitlin Clark may possess a similar global appeal in multiple nations. While women's basketball and women's sports in general may not yet have achieved the same level of global recognition as men's basketball, Clark has played a pivotal role in reshaping this landscape, offering sports enthusiasts worldwide a fresh perspective on the game. During her college career, Caitlin Clark distinguished herself as a standout player, setting a record for the most career points in both men's and women's basketball. Her remarkable ability to generate widespread interest in the sport was unparalleled, evidenced by the fact that the 2023 NCAA Women's Final attracted millions more viewers than the men's final. This trend persisted on WNBA Draft Day and throughout the season as she played for the Indiana Fever. NBA Commissioner Adam Silver recognized the impact that Caitlin Clark had on the sport, noting that she garnered attention on a global scale, not just within the basketball community. Her presence has brought considerable focus to the entire league, shining a spotlight on the depth and quality of basketball. A recent online post showing Silver meeting Clark at a Pacers game gained significant traction, with notable figures like Bill Simmons suggesting new opportunities lie ahead. Given the decline in NBA viewership ratings on platforms like ESPN and TNT, it may be prudent to leverage the popularity of the most famous basketball player from the WNBA as well. Chicago Sky player Angel Reese made an appearance in Las Vegas, Nevada, at ComplexCon following a challenging rookie season in the WNBA. The Sky forward engaged in a discussion about her basketball journey with Speedy Mormon, reflecting on her experiences in the sport. During their discussion about Reese's path to the WNBA, Mormon inquired about her relationship with Indiana Fever player Caitlin Clark. The two athletes competed for the 2024 Rookie of the Year honor, which was ultimately won by Clark. Despite speculation from fans about a rivalry between them, Reese made it clear that there were no ill feelings between the two players. Reese conveyed her belief that it is not only the people who support her, but fans in general, who tend to forget that, at the core, athletes are human beings. She emphasized that the close monitoring of their journeys should be kept in perspective, as ultimately, it is just a game of basketball. Reese clarified that there are no lingering negative emotions between herself and the other player, despite occasional moments of intensity. She noted that fans may sometimes magnify any perceived rivalry between them, but declined to provide specific examples. Reese acknowledged that she has been in a rivalry with Clark since their middle school years. Following their participation in AAU basketball, they competed against each other in college, with Clark on the Iowa Hawkeyes team and Reese on the LSU Tigers team. Despite speculation from fans about who was the superior player in their first year, Reese emphasized that, ultimately, it all comes down to the game of basketball. Throughout their debut season, Reese and Clark went head-to-head 4 times, resulting in Clark and the Fever ultimately emerging victorious in 3 out of the 4 games against the Sky. The rookie season of the Sky forward concluded with an average of 13.6 points and 13.1 rebounds per game, leading the WNBA in rebounds and being the sole rookie to achieve a double-double. The recent history of women's basketball enthusiasts is marked by the dynamic between WNBA stars Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese, who have been portrayed as competitors since a notable incident in the 2023 NCAA championship game where Reese instigated Clark in the final moments. This event catapulted both athletes into a realm of heightened prominence, which they have effectively utilized to achieve substantial success both on and off the basketball court. While Reese has not always been quick to acknowledge Clark's extensive fan following, the Chicago Sky player opted not to specifically address them when questioned about their support at this year's Complex Conversations event. Reese suggested that the dynamic between herself and Clark is predominantly driven by a spirit of competition. She emphasized that this competitive element has permeated their relationship since their college days. Reese recalled engaging in competitive pursuits against Caitlin dating back to their middle school years, culminating in a clash at the national championship. Reese noted that the long-standing rivalry between them may not be fully understood by many, as social media often pits them against each other. Despite this, Reese believes that this competition ultimately benefits women's basketball. When asked whether Clark's fanbase sometimes goes too far, Reese expressed that she believes it is not just Clark supporters but fans in general who may overstep boundaries. Reese emphasized the human element of their industry, reminding people that at the end of the day, they are all individuals playing the game of basketball. There is no ill will between Reese and Clark, as they both approach the game with mutual respect. Clark's entry into the WNBA this season has been a significant milestone for the league, with her draft day being the most watched in the history of the WNBA. Through her exceptional college career at the University of Iowa, Clark has attracted millions of new fans to the league. She achieved remarkable success in NCAA Division I basketball, becoming the top scorer in both men's and women's categories, earning 2 National Player of the Year titles, and leading her team to consecutive finals, albeit falling short in both instances. During her first season in the league, Caitlin Clark, the Rookie of the Year recipient, significantly boosted television ratings, merchandise sales, venue attendance, and other performance metrics in the WNBA. Despite some lingering doubts about her influence, likely stemming from envy, the undeniable impact she has had is evident. This impact is exemplified by an Instagram post from NBA Commissioner Adam Silver, in which the first of 8 photos features Caitlin Clark enjoying a moment with her partner at a Pacers game. Caitlin Clark, the rising basketball star, remains dedicated to her growth even during the WNBA offseason, demonstrating her commitment to both personal development and team support. Even former players have recognized this trend, demonstrated by the Indiana Fever standout advising her former college teammate, Jada Gyamfi, to focus on her basketball training rather than being distracted by her holiday activities. Despite being a student athlete in her junior year at Iowa, Gyamfi has been sharing photos from her vacation in Riviera Maya, Mexico, resulting in a range of reactions from her acquaintances. Gyamfi's initial Instagram post showcased her in a bikini on her hotel balcony, which elicited a supportive response from Clark, who encouraged her with a message saying, "Keep up the good work, Jades." However, the tone quickly changed when Gyamfi shared another series of vacation photos shortly thereafter. The top pick in this year's WNBA draft expressed appreciation for the gift of basketball, emphasizing the importance of fewer grams. In a light-hearted tone, she conveyed her love and gratitude. Gyamfi jokingly responded by asking if there was a way to express disdain towards something, while Clark's boyfriend, Connor McCaffrey, decided to play along and ironically complimented Gyamfi's online activity. McCaffrey mentioned how impressed he was with Gyamfi's frequent posts on social media. The 22-year-old athlete had the opportunity to compete alongside Gyamfi for 2 seasons at Hawkeyes, during which they made it to the NCAA championship games on 2 occasions, only to narrowly miss out on victory both times. As of now, Gyamfi is setting his sights on securing a 3rd consecutive college championship appearance in 2025, as Iowa is currently maintaining a flawless 6-0 record for the season. The task confronting Jan Jensen, the newly appointed coach, is substantial as she strives to secure the team's inaugural NCAA championship following Clark's departure. Even though Gyamfi has not yet excelled as the team's primary player this season, there is potential for her to become a significant contributor as the season progresses. Adam Silver expressed strong admiration for Caitlin Clark, stating that she made a significant impact during her debut season with the Indiana Fever. The NBA commissioner was present at the game between the Indiana Pacers and New Orleans Pelicans, during which he greeted 22-year-old Clark. The details of their brief discussion were not disclosed, but Silver used the opportunity on FanDuel Sports Network Indiana to applaud Clark's growing list of achievements. During the broadcast, Silver praised Clark's exceptional talent, stating, "Caitlin Clark has made a significant impact, not only within this community." He went on to highlight the league's high-performance standards, emphasizing the depth and quality of basketball being played. Silver playfully remarked that the league has become an overnight sensation after 28 years. Basketball aficionados first took notice of Clark after her standout performances at the U16 level, where she captured gold at the 2017 FIBA Americas Championship, followed by 2 more gold medals at the U19 FIBA World Cups in Thailand and Hungary. Opting to hone her skills at the University of Iowa, she made a significant impact with the Hawkeyes, as highlighted by the Irish Star. From 2020 to 2024, an impressive array of honors recognized Clark for her exceptional play, including 2 AP Player of the Year awards, John R. Wooden Honors, James E. Sullivan trophies, and dual accolades for Naismith College Player of the Year and USB1 National Player of the Year. Clark's collegiate journey was truly extraordinary, culminating in the retirement of her iconic number 22 jersey by the Iowa Hawkeyes. She was selected as the top overall pick in the 2024 WNBA draft by the Fever and made her debut in a game against the Connecticut Sun. Despite the team's defeat, Clark showcased her talent by scoring an impressive 20 points and recording 10 turnovers, setting a rookie record in WNBA history and establishing a notable debut season in the professional league. Her stellar performance greatly contributed to the Fever's advancement to the playoffs for the first time in 8 years, before ultimately being eliminated by the Sun in a 3-game series. During her debut season, the point guard achieved several notable WNBA milestones. She became the first player from the Fever team to achieve a triple-double, set the record for most turnovers in a single season, broke the rookie assists record, made 122 three-pointers, and became the quickest player in league history to reach 100 three-pointers. Due to her dedication and hard work, Clark concluded the regular season with an average of 19.2 points, 8.4 assists, and 5.7 rebounds per game. Consequently, she was honored with the prestigious WNBA Rookie of the Year award, having received 66 out of 67 votes. Supporters eagerly anticipate witnessing Clark's further success as the 2025 season approaches.